If there was one single tool that you could be using to radically improve your cardiovascular health, what would it be? Bear in mind, this would be more important now than ever before, given the fact that we have seemingly young and healthy people dropping down dead from cardiovascular events, all for mysterious reasons which you and I both understand, but we can't really talk about. Let's imagine that this one thing could cut the risk of hospitalization and death from heart failure by practically 50%. This thing could improve blood circulation to the brain, the vital organs, the periphery, and improve practically every single measure of heart health. It could mimic many of the beneficial aspects of exercise, even for those people who can't do physical activity for whatever reason. And if that wasn't enough, this tool can also activate the body's own clearance mechanisms. These are used for basically getting rid of waste materials and especially defective proteins. With that in mind, it may be particularly beneficial to help get rid of the spike protein, which is renowned for causing problems in people who opted for a certain medical procedure. And listen, I'm not just talking about some diet or nutritional supplement. No, I'm talking about the thing that I'm sat in right now. So this bad boy is a far infrared sauna. But look, I understand that some of you watching this might not have the space to store a big sauna like this, or you may not have the ability to invest in something that's so expensive. But if that's the case, then don't worry, because I've got you guys covered. The truth is, you don't need to have a full sauna like this to get all of the benefits. There is in fact a very easy workaround available to most people. So if you want to find out what that solution is, stay tuned. But first of all, let's look at how these things work so well. Unlike traditional saunas, which heat the ambient air temperature and heat the body from without, this guy emits far infrared rays which penetrate the body deep within the tissue and heat the body from within. This increase in core body temperature is associated with something called heat stress. The elevation in core body temperature increases the output of the heart and the cardiovascular system. There is a redistribution of blood flow away from the central core towards the periphery. In this way, saunas are an excellent way to improve blood flow to the difficult areas across the body. Sauna can increase circulation and health of the blood vessels through enhancing the release of a molecule called nitric oxide. This treatment has been heavily studied in Japan under the name of Warren therapy and has been used successfully in a wide variety of health conditions of the heart and vascular system. Although perhaps the main way by which infrared light works is through its ability to build structured water, which is now thought by some to be the primary mechanism behind driving blood flow through the microvessels. Here is what Gerald Pollack has to say about that.
It's not just the heart that's driving the flow, but there's this secondary mechanism, and this mechanism is also driving the flow, presumably at the level of the capillaries or the small vessels, and it's fueled by infrared energy.
And aside from playing a central role in blood flow, sauna therapy can also trigger a process called autophagy. Autophagy involves the clearance of damaged or dysfunctional proteins. And as it happens, stimulating this process is thought to be one of the most important things one can do to help the body clear out spike protein. On top of that, just the simple act of sweating in these things is enough to supercharge the detoxification system. It turns out that sweat is a reservoir for heavy metals, toxic organic pollutants, and many other man-made chemicals which contribute towards chronic health issues. Studies have found much higher levels of these toxins in sweat compared with other bodily fluids. What this suggests is that sweating may be one of the best ways to get them out of the body. Given that far infrared sauna is one of the most simple and straightforward ways to force the body to start sweating buckets, it's no wonder that saunas are generally the baseline foundation for any detoxification protocol. Honestly, far infrared sauna is one of the few things that I personally do on a regular basis, and I basically recommend it to everyone. However, like I said before, these things are frankly massive, they take up a bunch of space, and they can be a pretty significant investment. Furthermore, it just frankly takes ages to power this thing up. So here is where Bond Charge's far infrared sauna blanket comes in. This thing literally folds out onto the floor, I get in, and within a few minutes, it's up to full temperature. Now, some of the main concerns with sauna blankets are toxic chemicals like formaldehyde and high levels of EMF exposure. Fortunately, this company tests every single batch for over 197 of these toxic chemicals, and all fall within range. It also focuses on lowering EMF exposure, so the EMF output of this device is far lower than others on the market. So this thing is basically lined with far infrared lights. The idea is you open it up, you get in, you get as much of your body exposed as possible, ideally naked, and you let the far infrared light penetrate into the tissue. So the reason I'm so fond of this is because not only do you get all of the benefits of a sauna without actually having a sauna, but you can use this thing literally wherever you want. You could take it on vacation. You could put it on in your bed. You could put it on while sitting on the couch, or if you really wanted to, you could put it on while laying on the floor. What's better is that even for people who are super sensitive to heat, you can manually adjust the temperature by using this dial. Honestly, since I've had this thing, I barely use my real sauna anymore, simply because of the hassle that it takes to turn the thing on and wait for it to heat up. So if you already follow this channel, you will know that I generally do not do paid promotions, and that's for good reason. However, I do make an exception for Bon Charge, and that's because I like the guy who runs it, I like the ethos of the company, and I already use their products. So in light of this video, I'm proud to announce that I've teamed up with Bon Charge and have solidified a 15% discount for you guys to use. The way that you access this discount is by going to boncharge.com/EON. And all you need to do is that when you get to that landing page, you use the code EON. So that's www.boncharge.com/EON, and the coupon code for 15% off is EON. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you next time.